Right, welcome to another video. This is a kind of an idea I got from a YouTube channel called The Life of Boris, which is a very well-known channel, and he played World of Tanks PC on a steering wheel, and I thought that was a great idea to try in World of Tanks Blitz, so I did it. If you want to do it yourself, if you have a steering wheel, you can download this application called World of Joysticks Emulator, which looks like this when you download it and set it up. And what you can do here on the bottom left on buttons mapping, so for example in an input I click a button that's on my steering wheel and it says button 2 here, and I set it so when I press button 2 I want it to translate to the letter X, let's say, for the keyboard, and I press add to add it. And so I did this for all the controls that are necessary for World of Tanks Blitz gameplay, and you know, that's what I did. And you also need a logical G hub, which is, you know, obviously what you need to download for a steering wheel like this. This steering wheel being 900 degrees operating range. If you just turn it all the way to 450 degrees on each side, it's too heavy for a game like World of Tanks Blitz because you have to do flashy movements. It's a fast-paced game, so I put it down to 180, like so, around there. And then, you know, it's a lot better if you just turn it slightly, then it will register. And of course, if you want to put your sensitivity up, then it's fine. And if you just want to restore default, it's fine. And pedal sensitivity, you want all of these basically up because, you know, you want to be able to move just by pressing it slightly. You don't want to like floor every time. It's not gonna be it's gonna be harder than usual if you just do that. So these two are the only things you need to actually play this game. It's very fun. And so yeah, moving on to the video. So here I am in the steering wheel in game. Somehow the software that I was recording with didn't pick up my microphone while I was playing this game, so I'm just doing it after. And the first battle was actually really good, and you'll see. But I was just sitting there the entire game. Because it's mines, there is a, you know, the stereotypical tank destroyer position, which is at the left side. And so here I am, just driving up there. And once I get into position, I get some really good shots on some of the tanks that try to go over the hill. And you see that I use these paddle shifts as you know, to move the camera right and left, and the D-pad up and down arrows for the D-pad to move your camera up and down. And this is very inefficient, and however it is fun to try and get it working. So I try a shot on this BDR, track broken, no biggie. At least I got a hit. It's something. It's very satisfying to actually get a shot because it's so hard to actually, you know, to control the camera itself, let alone the tank. And this is not the first battle that I have been in with the steering wheel. I try another shot on the BDR, it bounces. This is not the first battle I've been. I've been in the training room for, you know, a couple of minutes trying to get the controls right, using the software that I mentioned. And well, I switched to APCR using one of the buttons, and I actually was able to get a penetrating hit. So I just keep spamming APCR on the BDR, and it seems to be working. And I whittle him down to a point that he gets killed by teammates. That's really good for us. But then we do have 3 tanks down, which is really bad. Before anything, I really am sorry to the people who was in battle with me. I bet I was terrible. So I withdraw immediately after I shoot that Panzer IV because I know that I will be spotted. I mean, that's always something you should do. And the SC-85 is looking at me, so I just stayed back. I tried to get a shot, but I couldn't really, because the main problem, if I can fix this camera problem with it being so slow, if I can just get it a little bit faster, then I wouldn't have really necessarily a huge problem with this. And so the SC-85 comes for me, and you know, dumb person being me, I turn my side to him, which sets me on fire. Of course, it's not good. And then I managed to get a penetrating hit. I don't know where I hit on that tank, but I was expecting that to bounce, and I eventually died. The inevitable happened. GG. And guess what? I did 1,000 damage. It was absolutely fantastic, and top damage. I think I achieved greatness. And that is, if you're wondering who that is, that's Ultra. Go check out his channel, please. And he's he's just watching me on Discord stream in the voice channel, and you know, we're just fooling around with this.
You're gonna get a master in no time, bro.
As I mentioned before, I took this video as an inspiration from the life of Boris. If you don't know his channel, please go check it out. He has some very nice videos. So he did play World of Tanks PC with a steering wheel, and I decided to take that idea and put it in World of Tanks Blitz, and it works quite handsomely. But not to the extent that I hope it did, but I'm happy with it. The second battle, I go in a SU-76I Claw. I haven't seen this tank in ages. I haven't played it ever since 2 years ago, or ever since it really came out. It used to be an incredible tank to play. It has a nice 76mm on it. Hence why it's called the SC-76, and it's a modified Panzer III hull that the Russians captured. Well, anyway, in this battle I did relatively well. I did pull some pretty nice shots that otherwise most players wouldn't be able to have achieved, actually. So I was gonna decide to go aggressive in this match, and I was just waiting for people here, but then I realized quickly that the people went right. Please do note that there's no minimap on my gameplay because I removed it. The reason being that I was filming some cinematic shots for World of Tanks Blitz for another video, so please do excuse me on that. And I do forget a lot of things, including that. So I did a pretty good first shot on this Panzer III, but then I get damaged by a Stuart twice. I should have pulled back. I should have known better. But then I tried a blind shot on the FCM, which I obviously missed. As in later, he didn't seem to take any damage. And I tried to take another shot, but then the D-pad wouldn't listen to me. That's also another problem. Sometimes it didn't really listen to me when I pressed the button, so then when I wanted the gun to move up, it didn't. So I try another shot. It works. It's a nice 170, and I pull back, of course. And then this tank in front of me to the left is going to be killed by the Stuart, and then I'm eventually going to fall victim to him as well. I try a shot to, anticipating where he would go to, and I missed, obviously. So I decide to retreat, thinking that he will come over this way. I move to the right and try to help this guy in the BT7. So I try to get my auto aim. As long as I get my camera on target, it will be fine. I press the clutch pedal and that's how you activate auto aim. And I shoot. This is very nice damage. And they actually managed to kill off the BT7, which is very nice. And I will be going to the left to try and rush down what's left over there. However, that's definitely going to be my demise. I think that Ice Claw camo is actually one of the best looking camos in the game. Sure, it is purely fictional. I mean, I do appreciate a lot of historical camos. It kind of remembers the people who fought in, the Second World War, or any other war that this game represents. But among the fictional camos, this camouflage is relatively nice. And I fucked up and I got killed by the M5 Stewart. I don't know what I was doing. I mean, it is very hard to get used to. So the match ended and I did fairly well in the team, 600 around. It's fun. And I was actually contemplating to go to tier 10 because reasons, and I wanted to actually see if I could actually do better than any of the people in tier 10 matches. But then I don't want to do that because I think I get more backlash than I get praise. So I decided to go in a tier 5 leopard. For some odd reason, it was loaded with full high explosive. It's probably for a training room. Anyway, I decided to go into a battle, and it was fun, I guess, to say the least. I got completely destroyed in this battle. I couldn't do anything, partly because of the map. The map is not too enjoyable to play in any tier, honestly. Well, maybe tier 1. The map is just too small. The reason being that it is one of the most, it is the smallest map in this game. So it does, for light tanks such as the one I'm in, it's not really good. I forget how to back up there, and then I had to take I took damage from the Lukes. And then I tried for another shot, but he wasn't spotted, so I decided to just wait for any other person who decides to pop up. And obviously I take damage from that. Looks again. That shot right there is the only damage that I have done in the entire game, and other than that, I haven't done anything. A Matilda pops up in front of me soon here when I pop up again, and I eventually meet my demise. I forgot what I died to. Yeah, it was complete destruction. That explosion right there was louder than it should have been. That gave me a little bit of a jump scare. I crashed into the building trying to escape, and then I got killed by a leopard. That was fun. I did 52 damage, but still better than a teammate, actually, which I absolutely don't understand. And so that was the end of my gameplay. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time.